Good morning. It is Christmas Eve here on Mackinac Island, and I slept in. I have not done my hair. There is no makeup on the face. We are just real life showing up to answer a question about why I park in St. Ignace and not Mackinaw City. It's a question that a lot of you guys ask me. Why don't you just go to Mackinaw City if you're going to be on the southern side of the bridge? Like, that just seems to make sense to you guys. It doesn't make sense to us, and here's why. Mackinaw City does not have a year-round ferry. The year-round ferry only goes to St. Ignace, and there's a few reasons for this. One, it's closer. It's only, I think, just under 5 miles from the island to St. Ignace, and it's a longer distance to Mackinaw City. Also, something to do with the waterways and ice and all that stuff. It just makes sense to go back and forth to St. Ignace, I think. Confirm that with somebody who actually captains boats, but that's my understanding. Also, Mackinac Island is part of the Upper Peninsula, so like a lot of the things that a city needs to connect with in the county is in St. Ignace. Our hospital is in St. Ignace. We do have an emergency department on the island. We have a clinic on the island, but it is part of the health system with the main hub being in St. Ignace. Our court system, all that stuff, St. Ignace. So the year-round ferries go through St. Ignace as well. And there's probably other reasons that I'm just not aware of, but I would say that is why there's the year-round ferry to St. Ignace for those few reasons I mentioned. So year-round parking is in St. Ignace for us. So it just makes sense to go there because that's what we have access to. Even in the summer months, I don't go to Mackinaw City because my car is going to be in St. Ignace, and I'm not going to have half the year of my car in Mackinaw City when I still primarily do most of my stuff in the Upper Peninsula. I don't go to the Lower Peninsula very often. Yes, there are like specialty doctor's appointments, dentists and stuff that we will do in the Lower Peninsula, but just like most of my life is in the Upper Peninsula, so we just go to St. Ignace, and that's where our car is parked. So I don't know if that still makes sense to you or not, but pretty much is right now I can't get to Mackinaw City by boat. And if I flew off the island, I'm flying to St. Ignace. Like, that's the flight path to St. Ignace. So even flying, we go to the Upper Peninsula. So I do park on the northern side. The video that you commented on, I was downstate visiting family for Christmas. My parents live in Metro Detroit area, so we went down for the weekend to see family and have Christmas, and we were driving back up. I don't like to drive across the bridge in the wintertime very often, not because I'm scared, but because sometimes it closes down and then you can get stuck. And I don't want to get stuck if I don't have to get stuck, which almost happened to us last year when my partner picked me up from the airport. I went to Europe for a couple weeks to celebrate my my doctoral completion. I graduated in 2023 with my doctorate, and I treated myself to Europe, and he picked me up from the airport in January, and it was like this crazy blizzard snowstorm. And then the airport that I flew into was in Pellston, which is in the Lower Peninsula, and it's like a 25 minute drive back to St. Ignace, and we crossed the bridge in some like near whiteout conditions, lots of snow, very, very slow going across the bridge. And when we got across, they shut the bridge down. So we almost got stranded in Lower Michigan, and that wouldn't have been a huge deal, except that our kids were still on the island because they're teenagers. So like, that's fine. They can stay home while we run an errand for a couple hours. Would have been more complicated had we not gotten back. But we have friends that we could have called and been like, hey, we're off island. Our kids are on island. Can somebody go get them? And not a problem. So that was a very long answer to your question. If that didn't make sense, let me know, and I'll try to answer it better.